Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
What it do, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review, where me and my homegirl Erin are gonna let you know about the What's Going Down episode of Selling Sunset. We're almost at the end, y'all. Season 9, episode 9. We got episode 10, then the finale. Said it earlier. Then the reunion. Now, before I get into it, let me please help me welcome Erin to the stage. Yay!
Hello, aunts and uncles. I guess like happy holidays. I guess we got one more. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Good. Celebrating Kwanzaa. Today is day 4.
Lovely.
Umaja. If I can remember. But on Hanukkah's over. That ended on on Christmas, right? 15th to the 25th?
I believe so.
Or the 5th to the 15th? I know we talked about it before.
Yeah.
And Christmas ended.
It did.
So what is Umaj? Here, Ujama, cooperative economics. Yes. So we just want to maintain and move and uplift and uphold and just move in unison so that the overall financial picture is the most prosperous. That's what I interpret day 4 to resemble, which will always be December 29th because it starts December 26th and ends on the new year.
Lovely.
And if there are any other holidays, let us know because I don't know. I don't know. Do we?
Nope, not well. I mean, winter solstice happened on the 21st.
Yes.
There's a ritual you can do that if you make 12 wishes, you put them on a piece of paper, you cut it up and fold it into little pieces. You burn one each night starting the 21st, so you end on the 1st, and then the one that is left is up to you to work on that year to help manifest. The rest of them, you leave them up to the universe to take care of. But the one you have left, that's the one you need to move your feet to get some action on. So if anybody wants to put a little magical energy on top of their traditional holidays, this is something you can do. That it's not witchcraft or anything like that. It's just very much a manifestation ritual.
Yes.
So a little psychic, psychic ELB. There's a little bit of that. But otherwise, look at all these lovely holidays as we come to the quiet part of the in-between toward the end of the year, welcoming the new year. It's Capricorn season, my birthday season. Woohoo!
All right, Capricorn. Yes, we started last week. Yes, Capricorn.
We end the year, we start the year. We are the father of the zodiac.
Oh, that's what Capricorn is? I didn't know that.
Yes, and Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. Yes, we are polar opposites, but usually make very good friends because of that.
Hello, can't y'all tell?
Yeah.
We disagree, and that's it. We don't hate each other.
No.
We don't going on other people's channels telling each other secrets.
No.
Or personal bit. I'm just saying, respect. There you go. Respect. Shoot.
Well, because different opinions on the shows that we're watching, does not translate over to how we feel about each other as friends or the support we provide or anything. It is simply commentary for your entertainment. And if we agreed on everything, there'd be only the people that agreed with us watching.
And it'd be boring. Nobody want to hear about some people agreeing all day. Siskel and Ebert. Look, if you know, you know. Have
Right?
you been alive? Remember Siskel and Ebert?
It's so sad. Tragedy for them both. But yes, in their heyday, they were the it couple.
Yeah, we enjoyed them. We couldn't wait to hear what they had to say about a film.
Yep. Well, can y'all not wait to hear what we think about this episode?
Mary showed her ass last episode.
This is a spicy little episode.
Actually, she had her ass handed to her last episode, just a little bit. Just a little.
Chelsea's in a reading era because,
I mean, I guess Chelsea's got the library open.
Some gathering happened this episode.
I mean, but again, I do appreciate the professionalism in all of it. She is about her business. Chelsea has worked very hard, as she explained, at that Mary has also, and she should feel validated in however she feels about her stuff being taken, because she went from rags to riches, So
yeah,
and I believe Chelsea is a girl's girl. I see it. So she was rooting for her until she stopped. I'm just saying. I'm just glad it's not a whole lot of hair tugging and pulling. I can see them getting along later.
Who, Mary and Chelsea?
Mm-hmm. I can, because Mary did have Mary has a warm. I don't think Mary can be as cold as Bree. Bree, she works differently. She's more of that conniving, where Mary is just stuck in her way, which she can be, persuaded. That's how I see it. I could be wrong.
Honestly, I'm going to say this. I think it's very clear Mary is going through it in a mental health crisis. Like, yes. She is deeply traumatized by this robbery. Very fair. Her nervous system is completely dysregulated. She does not feel safe. She's not sleeping well. Her body is on hypervigilance. You can see it. She's literally on edge. And I think that Chelsea, and I always talk about this, a bullet wants a target. It's not a bullet needs a target, a bullet wants one. So when you're feeling this kind of craziness, you're going to channel it into something. And if you have an emotional reaction to somebody, all the stuff behind it is just going to fuel it and exacerbate it and make it more than it needs to be. Because when Mary was sitting there saying, I don't believe she was genuine, I just don't. I'm like, girl, you are wound so tight, you're snapping. So I think you're right. Right? I think we all have. I have. I recognize the fact that, like, Mary, I really do think you do need to go down to Laguna and get some peace. Because look at the ocean. There, because you are really wired right now. You need some assistance. But and really, the root of their beef is that she thought Chelsea was not dressed appropriately. We all know that the tiny twins, especially Jason, have an unnatural attachment to Mary. So, like, they're willing to ditch the whole crew to keep her. So, like, I don't know if Chelsea wants to have that kind of arm wrestle.
Well, she showed an act like it the other day when she was, letting them know. When they all went to dinner, she pretty much let them have it too.
She did.
In a way, I'll say this: I'm a little on the fence with her delivery, because they've all reacted to Jason and Brett in that same manner, especially when it came to Nicole. They barked down their throats. So it was Chelsea's turn. Even Bree was, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. So I think they pretty much all have given, that type of response to Brett and Jason. But at the same time, it's like, ooh, it's just something I wouldn't do. I wouldn't be so abrasive, but it's a show.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I think a lot of the reactions of this season, it's like, I've been reminded it's a show. but back to your point, Brie and Chelsea's beef runs deep. Chelsea talked gross-ish on Brie's personal life situation, and Brie in return facilitated a put your business out in the streets kind of scene that took away the control for Chelsea, right? So they both feel, rightfully so, deeply disliking of each other because they hit where it hurts or they hit where it's tender. And whereas Mary and Chelsea are arguing over booty cheeks, which girl, don't act like you just gained 30 pounds. Chelsea, respectfully, like, the BBL is BBLing in this episode.
It looked like it to me, like Summer Walker.
There is an outfit, and I say this, I guess, with no due respect because it's rude, but at the same time, they're doing this to be seen. There is a suit when Chelsea first walks into the office when they're all getting together for the first time in this episode. It was almost like a square booty. It was just literally like a square.
I didn't get it, but that's okay.
Almost looking like when they said Cardi B looked like a tooth. Like, it was like, whoa.
That triangle.
Yeah, where like the way that you are filling out the booty cheeks and the hip transition is just weird.
It's because they're given hips, and in my opinion, don't give them hips because their hips will spread and it'll spread in that area. But for some reason, they want to define that Coke bottle shape, in my opinion, and it just looks all kind of wrong.
It does. In the right outfit, it looks so wrong. It is like, oh wow, that is weird, because it's like you're inflating a side meat of the booty. It's the side meat, and it just shouldn't look like that.
Hello.
So respectfully, watch out for the booty side meat. Because
I mean, in my opinion, if they were to get, obviously they're going to the wrong plastic surgeon because they don't know what they're doing, because no one is shaped like that. Well, no, I'll say this. People don't want that look. They want it to look more proportioned. I mean, and I just think that whoever they went to just messed up. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. It just, yeah.
I can respect getting a fuller booty cheek, like an actual, but when you overdo the side meat, that's what I've decided it is now. When you the side booty cheek meat, that's where it gets weird, because it turns in, like you were saying, this Coke bottle shape, but the transition to the waist and then the legs down, it can be, it cannot go right.
And the extra lipo in the midsection to make sure they're flat just accentuates it, because you can tell where the faja ended. I don't want to make it, I know we don't want to make it like we're talking bad about these women, but that shape is, I guess the whole bottom line is, Chelsea girl, it's okay. We know. We know, boo. It's okay. You still look good.
I mean, she's a stunning woman, but in this show, they're all wearing clothes with all their assets hanging out. They
Right.
want to be no, I don't think they want to be scrutinized, but that comes with it. That's open territory. This is like a soap opera show. So I'm sorry if you're going to wear outfits that show off all of the things that you've had enhanced, we're going to talk about it. I just think that um she it's a very unfortunate, this is my personal opinion, and what do I know, I'm just some rando on the internet, but I do think that the BBL, the body shape of that is falling out of fashion a bit. And so I just feel like some people have given into a bit of a trend in the body type that may be regretted later. And I certainly think that a BBL can really look weird if it's not done right. Just like a nose job.
That part.
So, careful.
The who's who of noses.
Mm-hmm.
When they get that pointed and
Tiny nose.
girl.
Just like these lip flips. Don't go too far,
You got me wanting to look for that picture when they first. Oh, I think I do have. Wait, let me see. Okay, I just don't have it of her specifically showing that black suit.
Yes.
Okay.
She walked in through the door, and the way that the silhouette hit, I was like, whoa, whoa, that looks weird.
I think I may have a picture already. But what was kind of weird was, what's her name? Brie looked like she was teeny tiny with a big old head.
She did look weird. No, there was some cartoonism going on. Everybody came in and it was like, yeah. No, you're right, because I have to say, I remember the first shot of Brie talking, I literally thought to myself, she looks weird. Why? And I couldn't figure it out.
With
So,
that Balmain outfit.
yes. And I just was like, she looks really odd. What is it? And then we kept on with the show. And so I didn't pinpoint it before my little chicken mind like forgot about it. So you saying that, I affirm it because I was struck by her going, she looks like something.
Like who? I'm sorry?
She looks like something. I don't know. She just looked weird.
Well, it was a little off. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way she was positioned, but it just looked really,
Mm-hmm.
like why does she look like she has someone else's head on her body?
A lollipop head. Remember that term that came out around in the 90s.
That's funny.
Yeah, a lollipop head. That was when heroin chic was very popular in the 90s, right? Which we have a similar version with Ozempic, where the more gaunt and tiny your body was, the better. But your head has nowhere to go. So if you get too skinny for your head and you already have a big head compared to your body, you may be in lollipop kid before you even know what's happening.
Girl, that's crazy.
Yep.
Let me see if I can get it. I want to see. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see what it look like. But yeah,
look what I started.
Because it just looked a little.
It looked weird. I'm sorry. I stand behind that. The silhouette made me go, whoa.
Right here.
Maybe it's because it was a little tiny shoulders and neck right below. So she almost looks like a little puppet.
Yes. Or maybe she's a little person.
Yeah. Oh, we ain't shit this episode.
Because it's like, it's just the proportion. It's like, how was this angle? Because,
No, it looks like her big old head is coming out of that little neck hole in the front. That's the way the outfit is cut. It makes
like
her
an
look.
AI.
Yep. All right, girl.
Girl, we'll get you off of here. All right, let's start the show. We just talking crap about these people.
Yep, I know.
Woo. Okay, y'all. Okay, here we are. Selling Sunset Season 9, Episode 9. Yes, tonight at 9 p.m. We have been talking trash, and it's 20 minutes in, and we love this show, but of course we got all kind of stuff to say. Now, Mary and Jason, like I said, Mary is married. Why do they always find themselves in these positions, child, to where, she's talking to him about how she's feeling. He's noticing she ain't, herself. And then she pretty much seemed like she's giving him an ultimatum. Either she goes or Chelsea goes. That's how I took it. Because the only person she beefing with is Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly just thought to myself, Ray got to be thinking how inappropriate this relationship is, because they truly are really codependent on one another. And I just feel like Jason is stupid. This is the person he should have married, because they have a weird commitment to one another that she was basically calling that in my opinion, saying I'm your manager, I've been with you this entire time, you should be looking after my mental health more than you should keep people that are not, that are challenging it. But thinking into herself, this is not a good person for the company. But like I said, this scene is very evident to me that Mary needs some professional help to just get back to re-regulate her nervous system. She's just, strung out, and rightfully so, but she could use some assistance and working on getting that back together. Because she sent her flowers. It's really not fire everybody reaction, even if it was disingenuous, it was flowers. It wasn't a gun. What is happening here?
Right. She didn't say ha.
No, and it's so what? You really truly believe it was disingenuous? The worst it was to try to look good on camera. How is that so egregious to you?
Right.
You don't look bad. Oh my God, she sent you a gift and you don't feel like the intention behind it was genuine. She didn't send you feces. I don't understand. She didn't steal a client. She didn't violate some sort of business code. She hasn't been harassing you. She didn't say she thinks your robbery was fake. What happened? You got flowers and you didn't appreciate the gesture because you guys are not getting along. Because you tried to get her in trouble with the twins because you didn't like her clothes, even though right now you're wearing a bustier under your suit. So, this is one of those storylines where I'm like, give me an effing break, but I just don't think Mary is in the right mindset. And I think that instead of saying we have to do something about it, the way he's acting we're going to have to reorganize. We have to go back to small. We might have to cut all these women, all of this stupidity. It'd be like, Mary, you need Xanax right now. I mean, and some somatic therapy.
To me, it was just, girl, well, for him, you're on this balcony overlooking this real big home, and at the end, this is what we're looking at, even though she breaks away first, it's like, I love you too. What again, couldn't be me. I don't give a doggone. But all this love talk and romantic view, I know they at work, but it's how it looks. It looks like it's more than business when it comes to them.
Mm-hmm. I agree. No, it's a really weird codependence where they're almost like they're in a relationship without any of the responsibilities of really being in one. And she has Romaine, so she's a little boy toy. Romaine totally seems to have accepted this weird relationship because it keeps him paid. Do you know what I mean? Right? Like he's obviously not the breadwinner, and she is. And so, Jason gave her 2 Rolexes. He knows where the money train is, basically. So, but they should have been together. They should have. I felt that way even when the dog died. So it's weird. It's weird, for sure.
He couldn't even check with my man before giving me anything, only because we was fucking before. It is what it is, child. Ain't no way my husband will say that's okay to accept. It's just 2? Nah, not 2. Definitely not 2.
Jason will probably one she gave to Romaine, and he's like, now I have a Rolex to wear.
I want to Romaine.
I'm telling you. No, Romaine is like, I accept this. I'm telling you. Because he knows where the bread is buttered. And I'm not saying right? And he's so much bigger than Jason. He could easily physically intimidate him. But they are attached, like weird, in a weird way.
Well, I think we're done roasting them to smithereens.
Well, he sure made it look like he was going to cut everybody, but I don't think. I highly doubt it. Let's leave it at that.
Really, Chelsea, since she was the one talking about conflict, and there's only one person she's having conflict with.
Yeah, but I mean, he was talking about putting.
There, in my opinion,
he was talking about like taking it back to the old days when it was just her and them, or like really small, like like not all these extra people. So I don't know, whatever. This just still felt like overblown. Period.
Yeah, too much. And get your hands off of that man's wife. Let me take them off because I don't like it. Okay, so the next scene, y'all, we got Bree. Bree decides that she wants to do a Galentine's with the lady. She wants to invite them anyway. Girl, with all the why, Jesus? I mean, I'm just why, Lord? Why? I just don't understand the logic, actually. Because Bree don't care about nobody in that office but Mary. Maybe Alana and maybe Sandra. Even Sandra, kind of ruined it a little bit talking about all the,
she did. Her man Mariah. Girl, talking about Mariah.
Yeah, like Bree, I guess it's just for the show, child. I guess she had to, like any other show. Well, if you're gonna, do something, gotta do something with life. Anyway, so yeah, she has this bright idea to invite all the ladies to Galentine's. But girl, she got, she got what she asked for because the Trace Amigas. Shout out to Real Housewives of OC. The Trace Amigas, we know who they are. Chelsea. I mean, Chriselle, Emma, and Chelsea. They pretty much, found something else to do. But they said in a real nice way.
Did Chriselle say no? I didn't remember. Chriselle said no?
In her confessional, she was like, no to the sperm facials. I gave that up.
Okay.
So Bree was, making the invites at work. Okay, that's cute. Using office supplies to do your personal business. Okay.
What's she?
With her lighter. What she use a lighter for? What she got a lighter for, Bree? What she use a lighter for?
Oh my God.
And he was like, I guess I'll give her one.
You know what? I actually have a different opinion. I was going to say view and then opinion, and it came out opinion. I have a different opinion than you. I actually don't blame her for just inviting everyone. If you don't want to come, that's up to you. That's like, then it's not giving them any reason to even play offended. Or be like, I'm glad you didn't invite me. I didn't want to go anyway, but it still kind of creates a little bit more between everybody. This way, it's like, I'm inviting you, and if you don't go, it's you declining, it's you rejecting me. But I truly believe she doesn't care if they reject her because she doesn't really want them to come.
Well, she sure didn't. And especially these two. That's like, oh, a party? She's like, no, just for the ladies.
Oh, yes.
And guess what, y'all? Brett is on the left with the blue shirt, and Jason's on the right with his new Rolex.
Look at how crazy tiny Brett looks. Jason at least is, works out and tries to, if you didn't know how tiny he was, you would think like he's an older dude who's trying to look swift. But
I know for a fact these were cesarean sections. Ain't no way them heads came through. Ain't no way.
Well, there were two of them. They were little, but they took up space.
Sometimes they do, snatch them through the canal, but girl, these
do.
are some C-section babies. I can guarantee. NICU, C-section. I can still see the forceps imprint. And I'm just kidding.
Oh my!
Big ups to the Oppenheim twins. Yes. So there's a little special something, ladies coming in. They're giving all the invites, and there's Sandra, and she's invited. I want to put them before them. My bad.
There's Chelsea in the suit. You can't see the boot. Oh, there it is.
How about this one?
Look.
How about this one? It's poking. It's poking.
See?
It's poking, y'all. You can see that triangle.
This. It's like it got weird.
Because actually, last year she was same size. She was in between Chriselle and Emma size.
Very much so. But cute little cheeks. That's why Mary was upset.
Hello.
Look at there. No. It's not sitting right.
Now she's Summer Walker. No shade.
No, it's not. She's so gorgeous. And especially and last season, look, I truly have been on a transitional journey with my weight and my appearance. Truly
we all, girl.
Yes. So I respect the fact that we are always evolving and doing these things, but we can also have made choices we regret. And I'm sorry, but that's what I feel like this is. This is not. It doesn't look right. In another kind of outfit, sure, but I don't want to put pants on and look like I am wearing weird drag queen pads. Respectfully.
Well, the invites and everything, then all of a sudden these two men come in and they get serenaded. I forgot the song.
I did too. I don't remember.
But they sang the hell out that song. You can tell the one got his eyes closed. You know, whenever you got your eyes closed.
Yeah. This was cute. I had to give it to Bree. This was a cute little touch.
Let me see if I can go back. Where is it at? Can you hear this?
Yes.
You can hear it?
Yep, I can hear it. Oh, they're singing?
Oh, they already sang. Hold on. Happy Valentine's
Oh,
to you. Now, the one with his
happy
eyes
birthday.
closed, he was the tenor, and the lighter skinned dude was the soprano.
It was happy birthday turned into happy Galentine's Day.
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't have to sing it. All right. Save my vocals. So yeah, and that's when Bree found out that Chelsea has plans off rip. I got plans on, and I think she really does, but then we find out something later. But yeah, it was pretty cute. It was pretty cute. A cute little invite. I would have liked Bree to be more involved, and she was just there. Not she seemed real bland and blah about it. Like she didn't even want to invite them. It was just something she had to do. I don't know.
I feel like, yes, I feel like that's accurate. First of all, I feel like Bree puts up a huge wall against rejection, right? It's one of her coping mechanisms. She detaches like majorly. And I also think that she very much is doing this for a paycheck and exposure kind of thing. But like, I do feel like sometimes she is really trying hard to play the game of reality TV, and I put that in quotes, while at the same time, like, not being vulnerable.
Yeah, she doesn't, want to let them know that they've got one over. She wasn't. She's that type of chick.
Yep.
She's a proud BYTCH.
Mm-hmm.
She said it herself. I'm not putting words in her mouth or calling her something out of her name to be spiteful. She enjoys being a BITCH, and she could care whether or less. So,
I do think the Emma situation, like the Emma, even Chriselle, I think the way that they like turned on her did hurt her, but she's obviously not going to let anyone see that. And I think that, like, like I said, and like you said, she has a wall up. It's very obvious. She has a wall up. And that's just how she handles everybody.
I agree, and I think that was one of the very few many times, if maybe two, that I agree with Bree, in that they were wrong and just throwing her to the wolves because they're better friends with Chelsea, and that's what they said. They know Chelsea more than her, and it just seems like Bree wasn't authentic or Bree was being truthful. I'm like, well, damn. But if that's how they feel about it, it is what it is, right? I mean,
well, and like I said before, like, your husband was seen by people in the lobby of the W. The fact that the information was relayed any sort of way, you should already be embarrassed by the fact that it's in the streets, it's around town. Your man is out and it's public. So to act like Bree is the one that broke the news, that's not fair. She just gave someone this, like, an opportunity to share the tea as an eyewitness, but people already knew it was the gossip that you were being cheated on, and Bree didn't cheat on you, your husband did.
Yeah, and they were already estranged. I mean, we said it over and over. We're beating the dead horse with all this. Not to say we can't talk about it, because it is still relevant to how each episode they're just working off of what past discretions they pulled on each other. Had Chelsea never said what she said on camera, I don't think Bree would have brought this to camera.
True, and that's another thing too. That really is a valid point. Like, you could be offended she did that, but you could get over it because you already talked some disrespectful-ish on Bree's lifestyle. Because here's the thing, you can't say and feel entitled to attack someone's morality because of their living situation and expect them to be okay with that. That's deeply personal. You're calling her like a bad person because of her situation that she's happy with.
And was loud and proud about it too,
Right.
Chelsea.
Has always been. And until you get proof otherwise, then you get to be the I told you so police. You really need to stay shut it up, because you can't expect her to ever like you if you're going to talk about her like that.
And did Chelsea ever apologize?
No.
Well, there it is. Hell, what?
I don't think so. And
I can't recall it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just one of those things that I think the two of them could have at least come to a holy crap, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, you know, where both sides like lay down their sword. Do you know what I mean?
And remember at that opening last, I think it was Amanda's, where it was pouring down raining, and they were actually being friendly towards each other. Bree was helping Chelsea walk up the stairs with that tight ass skirt on, and they were kind of, just being girly with each other, actually looking like they were friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know exactly. I think then the news came about her husband, and so then it was kind of off. They had a chance, but they're both so headstrong. Since Chelsea never fully apologized, Brief, again, felt it was prudent to do what she did on camera and everything. So at this point, unless they swallow their pride, it's just going to be tit for tat.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Ciao. But yeah, so these are two heifos who sang, as you all heard, and good for them. They got some good pipes, and I'm glad that they're working actors. Usually, working actors do stuff like this. I could be wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm glad that they got a gig. Yes.
Yep.
Y'all, we gonna see G. G is Chriselle's significant married
partner or spouse. I do believe they are married now, but they've done a lot of fake weddings too, so I don't know. I believe they're married, so, but I guess they're spouses. Partner, I think, is basically what I believe Chriselle refers to G as her partner.
Okay. And so G is playing their music for Chriselle. I thought that was so romantic. I love it when I'm a music girl. I love music, most genres, almost every genre, but most genres I can listen to, all day, every day. I sing to it. I think I sound good, but I do. I think I sound good. And that's on period. But yeah, and then talking about their future plus kids, because G is from down under, and they're just being honest and everything, and I love that. And I love how G leans into her when she's talking, looking in her eyes. You can tell that it's I hate to say it. It ain't like Kyle and Morgan. This is actual and factual right here. They ain't playing. Good, big ups for them.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Chriselle. They are having a very hard time with their fertility journey. I believe that some of Chriselle's eggs were used to create embryos with someone they knew as the donor, and then they kind of discovered after they had made embryos that they were not on the same page. I think as far as like involvement and like custody and certain things, which is
Wait,
crazy.
who's not on the same page?
The
Them two?
donor, the donor,
Oh,
and Chriselle and G. So I think that,
oh,
yeah, and I was surprised. I'm like, how do you get embryos and then like find out y'all aren't on the same page? Um, that's crazy. So then
mm.
they started using a donor um on to make embryos, and for some reason it was incredibly incompatible with her eggs, and like they all died. So I don't know if there's really a lot of her eggs left or if there's a lot of resources to try again.
Rest in
um
peace.
but she talked about potentially just trying to use G's instead, even though she would really very much like, I think, her own genetic child because of how much family she's lost, which I can really understand. Like, um there's and honestly, I respect and applaud all the different ways people have children. Having a child is a
Yes.
beautiful, wonderful thing. But for me, there was something so deeply, deeply binding and bonding to my daughter because this is of me, like it was just so deep in a primal way that I can't describe, that I respect anyone having the desire to experience that, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Um, so I feel for them. That's a really tough road that they're on. So, everybody say a little prayer for Chriselle and G, because we all know how deeply Chriselle wants to make that family happen.
Yeah, big ups to them. I feel the same way about, you know, my one and only. Not just
Right.
because he's my one and only, but it's just something that I was born with, and the connection and
Mm-hmm.
just how I was raised to nurture and be as a mother.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've noticed for those loved ones that I got it from, and whatnot. It is a beautiful thing. Now, Chriselle, if you're listening, watching, listen, or G, anybody know them? Chriselle, you were adopted. Think about that, Mama, and how wonderful that turned out, and how much of a blessing that was for your adopt. She was adopted, right?
I don't remember. I just know her parents were addicts.
Okay, so she was put into a family,
Mm-hmm.
and she was blessed into a family, however you want to call it. So it just may be that you are your the prototype to continue that fashion because it is available. Maybe, and I'm not saying things are happening to you because you should do as what was done to you. I'm just saying think about your journey and how much of a blessing you could be towards another child who don't come from y'all's loins. So, just you have, we all have, but you specifically have a story to tell. So bless y'all both.
I wonder what Australia is like, because if it's better than here right now, then I can certainly understand raising kids there. I think they have way crazier bugs than us and certain things.
Girl, ain't that where COVID kind of happened? Tom
Ooh.
Hanks and his wife Rita. I remember that. Girl,
and
I will
like
never forget that. When
and
girl,
and
I
like
think they were second after China.
how diverse are y'all? Because like I live in Southern California, where every culture under the sun is middle class. It's not racially divided. It's still more classist, I would say, right? But like my child, who is polyethnic, um, she has friends of all kinds of mixes. Like that is a very, very common experience for us here, and I appreciate that. It's a necessity, in my opinion, for us to thrive that she be around cultural diversity. I don't know how much of that is happening in Australia. I just don't know. I've never been.
Well, I do know they're still having issues with the original people and tribal
Aboriginal folk.
folks being uh, marginalized still.
Right. See, yeah. So,
That's still happening,
yeah, and being gay is not as it's still they have still some cultural challenges more so than they do here.
I heard the opposite of that, but I could
No.
be.
If you look at the RuPaul's Drag Race Australia, they talk about it.
Oh.
So anyway,
Anyway.
big ups to you guys. Prayers for your family.
Look at that. That's
And,
love right there.
Right. And I'm happy.
It.
I'm happy that you all are an example of a loving couple. Somebody's got to be.
Let me see her.
That we can believe.
Oh no, these. I was looking at their bottoms. I was trying to see what the outfit was because right here, like, oh, that's kind of cute. What the bottoms look like? Okay, cool. Okay. Well, next we got Chelsea, y'all. It's windy down there in Manhattan Beach. Hair all over the place, child. Just looking like it's looking, but they're on the Strand, and she's looking at being introduced to a beautiful listing. Of course, it's just, you on the beach.
It's in Hermosa.
This is the view, y'all. Really?
Yeah, it's Hermosa, not Manhattan. But listen to me.
It is. I wrote my Hermosa. My bad. Hermosa.
No, but here's the deal. Like, literally, I know they're different, but Hermosa, Redondo, Manhattan, Redondo, you're like in you're in the part of the beach before you hit LA. Like it's all kind of melding together. Okay. So the snobbery about being in Manhattan versus Hermosa is kind of stupid.
Okay. Redondo, then Marina Del Rey, then Venice, then Malibu, all that run together. Oh, I need to go to Marina Del Rey. I've been over there in years.
Yeah, I mean, I will say there's a big difference between like Venice, Malibu versus Hermosa, Manhattan. But like El Segundo, from Hermosa to El Segundo, it is, like the South LA Bay part, beach part. Okay. And might I add, funnily enough, like Long Beach very much has something similar. Huntington Beach. I mean, like, all along the coastline, you can find this kind of living.
Girl. And we gonna see it, y'all. Okay, so here's Chelsea walking in. You can see her in her white. Okay, matching the house. 4 beds, 5.5 baths. A little under 5,000, well, 40,399. Almost 4,400 square feet, y'all. And this is the office space. I mean, how much work can you do? I'm just saying. That's the price. Can you dig it? Look at there. Ciao. And of course, that's the commission. Good for her because she got to raise 2 children. She says I don't think she's getting any child support. Something like that, she said. I don't know. And who can beat a rooftop on the beach? Girl, you can do it right there. You can do it right there.
Yeah, but I don't want to be this much on the beach. Do you see those people walking by? It's so public. You are literally, someone could climb into your backyard.
But not on the roof. You can do it right there.
Well, yes, but I don't want, and during holidays and things like that, and during the summertime, there's some people constantly walking in front of your house. I know because I live less than 2 miles from the beach. So I grew up literally walking by these people's houses. So it's just too open to the public. And I mean, it's stunning. You have the most amazing, beautiful views, but you have to be prepared to be like very close to people.
Can you spot the error in this picture?
The boogie board?
The blinds, girl.
Oh, look at that.
Either they should be up
They
or down.
both, they need a match.
I said, no, they didn't.
Well, that
And the
boogie
pillows
board.
are crooked.
Oh, look at that. 9 million. This shouldn't be happening.
Girl.
And this boogie board? Stupid. 9 million.
Yeah, that shouldn't even be in there.
No, this was bad. You want 9 million and you do that?
Now, you know, this is always going to be a concern of mine, you know, being on the ground level.
I'm telling
and you have a bedroom right there. Yeah, I definitely, that's a safety hazard.
There is not a lot of privacy to be had there. I know you can put curtains and whatever. I know two-way glass, whatever. It's just not enough of a barrier between me and the public beach.
You got your workout room.
And the boardwalk.
Bathroom. That's cute. It ain't all that, but it's cute. This is the game room. This is the girl. It has a basement. Can you imagine?
I did think that was a cute little like bed versus seats for the theater room. I thought that was a nice touch.
Now there was a little drama here, y'all.
Yeah, there was.
When Sandra came, you know, she was introduced and everything. She's walking through the house with Chelsea. And Sandra asked Chelsea, you know, do you think that was okay? You know, well, first of all, she said it. So obviously she thought it was fine to tell Bree no, she wasn't going. But Sandra felt it prudent to say, I don't think it was, because she, you know, even though you're having your issues, she still took the time out to invite you. Then Chelsea had to let her know, you know, well, you don't know everything that's been going on and you putting too much on it and you need to be quiet because you wasn't there from the beginning, no way. So, you know, hush.
Shut up, you're
you
new.
know, there was, you know, had a little moment on the staircase. But it was what it was, child.
That's what's called getting checked. Like, that's what that was. And I was sitting there trying to think about it, like, did Chelsea like go too far? Should she have done something differently? Was it justified? You know what I mean? Like, I just thought about it for a minute because I didn't feel like I had, and I kind of get it. Like, somebody obviously, like, Sandra, for being a new person, has said, has gotten in the mix. She's gotten in the mix immediately, right? And so immediately. And that was honestly in a workplace environment with a realtor, right, versus her. For her to be like, I think you should have acted a certain way. She went, oh no, boo. You don't know anything about our history. You don't know why I felt comfortable to decline her. So I don't care about your perception, and don't disrespect me by bringing it up. So I kind of feel like, you know, like you got checked. You got checked by someone who basically was all, nope.
And it was appropriate because, now I'll say this, I'll play a little devil's advocate. The beef was brought to Sandra, to be honest. How they filmed it and how they showed us in sequence. Sandra met with Bree first. Bree told her who she had beef with in the office. And this is the main one whom this is the first person. Then the next time we see Sandra meeting with, I think it was Emma, somebody, Chriselle, somebody else. They mentioned the beef with Bree.
Yeah.
And then, because remember how they had her meet with the 3 different outfits and everything?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So after Bree, Bree brought beef to Sandra to let her know, well, she going on office because whoop de whoop. Then the next time she met with somebody, whether it was Emma or Chriselle, no, it was this one, Chelsea. She met with her at an opening, just like this one.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the second time she's bringing something to to Chelsea at the workplace inappropriately. So, but each and every time Sandra is bringing drama to people she knows there's drama with. So Sandra, girl, stay out of it. Be like Alana. Alana just listen, may give her opinion, and she don't, get in the mix. So, girl, Sandra, go with Alana. Do what Alana do. Just saying.
I feel like Sandra stands behind acting like she's new and doesn't know better, but she does know better. Like, I do think her obvious questions, she hides behind, a little bit like of this like naivete, right? Oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Like I'm sorry that was too direct or whatever, like, but I also think that she's kind of comfortable asking direct, uncomfortable, like going for it. She's,
Yeah.
um, so I guess we need that flavor in the office because otherwise it would be boring, right? So, but if you wanted to be smart, you would do what Alana did because Alana's still very likable. You, on the other hand, are kind of starting to pop out as like a big mouth. Like in the sense of like you'll just, interject, say how you feel, um ask other people even though you don't know them that well,
Mhm.
like a little bit of none your business. um Mind it. Like, why do you feel entitled to ask me something that personal, or tell me that you don't agree with how I behaved? Girl, I don't know you.
Ding, tangent. That was on your nerves, Dad's name. None of your business. Remember, I was trying to
Yes,
figure out
it
the
was.
name.
I don't, but there you go.
Look, eight shows ago, child. Whoever was talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, back to Seven Sunset.
So, Chelsea checked her, and it's kind of like you ask you play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Ding, 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 ding.
So, you took a risk and asked her and you got clocked. She said, you don't know what's going on, and I don't need you to tell me how you feel about how I behaved because you don't know what's going on. And
Okay.
don't do this to me again.
Yeah, because girl, I thought you was there at the party. You didn't
Yeah.
watch Chelsea work. Just saying. But I'm glad that Chelsea is appropriate with her checking. She's
Yeah.
not so far gone. Hell, she's more tame than Christine, and Christine brought her on.
You could tell that Sandra was surprised, but because she did get directly clocked, but she also did it without really raising her voice or whatever. She just was kind of
Yeah.
like, "No, bitch, you're not gonna get away with that kind of behavior with me."
Yeah, that's why she holding her head.
Yeah.
Oh, chin check. Shout
Mm,
out to Real Housewives of Potomac. She got
yeah.
chin check.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So we done with this child. Next, we gonna see Chris Appleton. He is one of the uh uh hairstylists of the stars, child. He
Mm-hmm.
done did them all. And it's
Yep.
Valentine's. I'm sorry.
Yep. Oh, I was gonna say, and he had that really impromptu but short-lived marriage to the White Lotus guy.
Oh, he's gay. Okay.
He is.
What White Lotus
He
guy?
what?
What White Lotus guy? I'm not familiar.
I forget what his name is, but he was in the first White Lotus. He was like a younger guy with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Mm.
I'm not not out of any disrespect to how popular White Lotus is. I just haven't watched it. Um,
Me either.
Chris Appleton was married and had kids and came out later in life.
All right, Chris. So if y'all want your hair did, go ahead and call him. So he's there to meet Chriselle so she can show him and his daughter Kitty a house. One of the starters that we've been talking about. She is uh, uh, content creator, and this
Mm-hmm.
house will be, ideal. There's some great aspects to where she can do her content. Of course, we all want the ambiance, the lighting, the certain features that, of course, and who doesn't love to see someone cook something? Who doesn't love to see someone, outdoors doing things? So this house offers a lot of that for her, and we're gonna take a look. All
Isn't
right,
that
Crescent
interesting?
Heights Boulevard. That's a real nice area, Crescent Heights Boulevard.
Yeah, isn't it funny how like LA is like building homes that with content creation in mind?
This the future.
Yeah, I mean, because I do feel like the way that this house is set up is that it really is ideal for certain things like that. I
Hmm.
like this wall with this brick that's white. Like it worked for me with all like the over trends people are doing.
It's beautiful.
Um, yeah, I thought this house was really cute.
And it's 4 beds, 4.5 baths. That's the other direction.
Appropriate.
I'm sorry.
I said appropriate to the bathrooms.
Hello. And it's 3870 square foot. That's, it's a nice size for a single girl, if she is single. Um, yeah, maybe get a
Mm-hmm.
roommate or two, who knows, or not, whatever the case. Of course, you need one room that is maybe turned into your closet, period, poo. A glamour room. That's 3 rooms. Of course, you're a main, 3 down, and the fourth could be the guest. And it's little under 3,600,000. Another starter. There wasn't a whole lot different. The house looks the same almost every picture, y'all. Don't think I ain't taking no good pictures, but it wasn't a whole lot going on. But from what they're showing us, it's yeah, it looks more like what we're both saying, something that will look great in pictures and
Mm-hmm.
content. I mean, I was a little upset seeing this little tiny ass pool and
Well,
even tinier ass jacuzzi. Why?
because they're building big old houses on these lots and they are pushing the backyard to like the smallest possible. And so they're giving you the idea of luxury, but you have a tiny backyard because most of the lot is turned into house.
I don't need them big old chairs. They can go on the wood. I'm just saying, elongated. It could have been elongated, or just put a real cute jacuzzi, a big old jacuzzi. But this is just, girl, I don't know. It kind of made me mad just to see this little square of water sitting there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that's the thing that we're seeing in certain areas of LA. We're seeing beautifully redone house, tiny backyard with a little pool, little like area to party, whatever. So you still have just enough, but you literally have lost most of your backyard uh to house.
Now they could have just went up 5 feet after those chairs, and it would have been that would have been okay for me. For me. Now I ain't got $6 million, but if I did, I would.
Right.
No, you gotta make this longer, child. Okay, just look at this little square, girl. Anyway, and of course the kitchen. It's a cute little, lots of light. It's white, of course. Just kind of cute. And this is more or less the same staircase coming into the area. And then we're going upstairs. Well, before we go, this is one of those rooms that accented the light because of all the light coming through. Great
Mm-hmm.
for a podcast room,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, whatever, talking, cute little 1-2 if you just want to, get ready with me situation. Now this is what ticked me off. So the flowers, the balloons went up in the air and it hit the top ceiling. And they're coming to save. Why is Chriselle getting up there
Because
when
it's
he is
stupid.
tall himself?
I thought the exact same thing, and I'm like, this fake ass storyline. Like, right, you bought balloons for them to go get stuck up there. Like the clunky fake production moment that this was, everybody, you didn't pull it off well. Fail. It seemed fake as hell.
Chivalry is dead at this location. I'm just saying.
I mean, and he so easily could have grabbed them. Why is she like, you could see her like taking her coat off up the stair. It was just weird. It was clumsy, y'all. Clumsy.
And here we are with those. I hate those windows above the bed.
Yeah.
I never did like those in different homes I've seen in my travels. I never did like those. I don't like
Yeah.
it.
I can't blame you. I didn't even notice, but that's a good catch.
And here's another. I like the sconces. That's cute.
Yeah.
Or sconces, whatever. Sconces. I think the scones are what you eat.
Yeah, but call them what you want. People knew what you meant.
And don't those pillows look like couch pillows?
They do. They're trying to be all earthy and shit.
Girl.
But I think that rust, like that ochre color, like that earth color, it clashes with the headboard. That's more of like a cooler neutral. It doesn't quite tie all together for me.
Gray
like there's a little,
isn't an earth tone, is it?
I mean, it's like a clay kind of, but like there's and I see a little bit of that color maybe in the larger the toned pillows, but there's not enough. You needed another pillow that pulled in the headboard more.
Anyway, let me take that off.
Yeah. Anyway.
So that was a cute little house.
It was.
That was cute. Mm-hmm.
Nepotism must be nice.
Of course, the decor does not come with the house. Maybe it does, but if it doesn't, it got cute bones. I would like to see more. Like, what does more of the bathrooms look like? The different what's going on in each, or if they're the same exactly. How was it situated? And also the laundry. We need to see what the laundry looks like, y'all. Stop forgetting the laundry room.
Yeah, that's true.
Important.
Actually,
and the garage. Hello.
Yeah.
We need to see that. Next time, make sure we see that. Thank you. Who's next? What are my notes? Oh, y'all, Mary visits Nicole, the ousted.
Right. I thought that was interesting. I'm like, oh, there she is.
And here we are. We see the boxes. You know why? Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Nicole is moving to Nashville. Bye, Nicole.
Yeah. Bye. Well, you know what I thought was interesting? She only talked about herself and the impact, like family, whatever, the office, all of that. She didn't ask Mary how she was at all, really. She didn't say, are you doing okay? Like, how are you coping with what happened from the robbery? She just let Mary know about her stuff.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how we've seen Nicole. Self-centered, doesn't see it for anyone else, doesn't show empathy or even sympathy for anyone else unless she's forced to. She can't seem to find it, to apologize. And it just continues on and on. She knows how to start it, but when it's time to finish it, she just does not have her big girl panties on. And I would think for someone who has been around from the beginning for the most part, all this, longevity in the game, clientele up the woo-ha. Act like it. At least Christine still had it going on with the mess, and she knew how to still do business. I want her to come back. Can you tell? I wouldn't mind Christine coming back. Girl.
Yeah, I mean, Christine knew how to make reality TV. She understood the assignment, but she's got to get fully divorced. Her and that dude, he doesn't
They
seem
still together? Well, who am I to talk?
Oh
They still
no.
together?
Oh no. You didn't hear the tea? She had to call the cops, domestic violence, get a restraining order.
Yeah, but
He,
that was like 24.
I think I don't think they're fully divorced yet.
Because of the baby.
Yeah, and he's probably trying to keep the prenup. She's probably trying to fight it, I think she wants the house. He doesn't want her to have it, all kinds of stuff.
It would be interesting if Brett talking about getting a team back together. I mean, Jason. Ooh, wouldn't that be nothing?
Yeah. I
Bree
mean,
and Christine in the same office. How would that be?
I mean, sparks will be flying, baby.
Okay, did Christine and Chelsea end on a good note? I forget.
I don't remember either.
I
don't know. I think.
Go ahead.
I think I heard Chelsea say we were in touch like after she left, and then something happened, and now we're not good.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, so it was Christine and Emma, right? That were button heads. Who was Christine Buttonhead? I forget. I think it was Emma. But anywho, Christine on the show right now, y'all. I'm just thinking out loud. But there was something that bothered me with this conversation between Mary and Nicole. When Mary complained about her feud with Chelsea, she also mentioned how the Trace Amigas, Chelsea, Chriselle, Emma, and Chelsea, how they're kind of on their own island. It's like, is she not friends with them anymore? I mean, she made it seem like, she's taking Bree's viewpoint.
I think she feels like Emma and Chriselle care about Chelsea more than her.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, but I also think that Mary is making the issue between her and Chelsea bigger than it really needs to be, and it's almost like it's not forcing their hand because they could easily show their support of Mary, but I just feel like, she's just pointing out that they're closer, maybe. I don't know.
And something else where Mary, she says she's very sorry for what Nicole went through. But weren't you the one yelling at Nicole to get out because you're just doing the most and yada yada? Weren't you? I mean, I don't understand what is she sorry about? What Nicole went through? Nicole was the one causing all the drama. I mean, am I looking at this wrong?
Nicole was saying dumb shit. But then I think Amanda was saying some crazy S too, like, just admit you do it. I did it with you, like all this whatever. And it's like, whoa, like that's a lot different than saying your parents were cokeheads. Like it was not polite, but like you're now like outing someone's business, like it's like a HIPAA violation, like you don't get to like tell what drugs someone did in order to like shame them. I think that's wrong. like it's breaking drug code, really. But Nicole, you're moving to Nashville, so it doesn't even really matter. It sounds like you're just glad about it, and yeehaw.
Well, y'all, and Mary is considering moving to, not to Nashville, but I agree with you 100% when you said earlier about how uneasy Mary feels when now that her house was violated and stolen, robbed, and it just it changes you. She could have a little PTSD at the moment because once you've gone through something tragic, and especially how you felt about it, and how how much of a victim you are with what happened. Yeah, you can still, and she's obviously suffering. It can be so traumatic, that it's, and she's stressed. So in my opinion, I'm not a licensed nothing, but I think she may have some PTSD with it, and spending some time with her man or away from any and all stress is ideal for Mary at this point. Just saying.
I totally agree with you about the PTSD. And maybe you just need like a good 6 to 8 months in Laguna where you try to drum up some real estate business for the Oppenheimer Group in Laguna. Lord knows there's 10 million, 20 million. There's humongously wealthy homes down there. So, like maybe you just need a break for some peace, because Lord knows looking at the ocean, especially down in Laguna, will give you some peace. And you are absolutely showing that you are like, not in a like you need to heal. You need some time to heal.
I got the perfect stress reliever for her. Hit up all of the fantabulous Ritz-Carlton vacation spots where all you need is a bikini and a cell phone. You don't even need no drawers. You don't even need no shoes. You don't need a hat and some sunscreen. Take your man when he's available. Take your good girlfriend. Just get you a good 7 vacation spots to hit up. Ritz-Carlton only. I know you can afford it. And just do you. I'm sure that will cheer you up if you're listening, watching, listening. But definitely take some time away from any and all stress. I don't care who it is and what it is. Just don't add on any stress or deal with things that continuously keep you on guard, because that being on guard feeling is just, it can consume you.
And I think that it has you inappropriately not inappropriately, it is warped your vision for you to really think that Chelsea was disingenuous, but to be so upset about that, I really think is a byproduct of your PTSD. You feel violated, you feel betrayed, you feel like you can't trust so easily. So you're very angry with the notion that somebody would be messing with you right now in order to do anything. But the thing is that the gesture is not some sort of hostile thing. So at the very worst, you think that, at the very worst, it's not as egregious as demanding Jason make cuts to the office. And that shows that you are strung out because you want repercussions for how you feel that are really, really, really kind of impactful, and it just doesn't the punishment doesn't fit the crime.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to say it. It really doesn't fit. Meditation, if you can, a gummy or two, whatever is helpful, that'll help you relax. Whatever you can do, because you have a lot to look forward to. You're still in your prime, and you have a lot of property to sell, and you need to be clear-headed and not worry about things that you really have no control over, to where it can manifest itself into you possibly ruining relationships that you probably most likely can recover with. So, you can't always depend on Jason. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope they find whoever did it and string them up by their toenails.
Yep.
Ooh, I hate a thief. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I really do hope they find them, child.
Yes. I do too, just because like it needs to be more like made examples of, so people stop getting robbed all the time. LA, it's dangerous, it sucks to, have any sort of like public, like they're on this show for their job, and like unfortunately that puts them at risk to be robbed because people can case their home.
And you know what's strange? I just thought about it. That was the neighbor's footage.
Ring cam, yeah.
I wonder what footage did she have, or is it
I
that
don't.
she can't send it? Because I was like, wait a minute, she sent the footage to Jason, but maybe they did, but they just showed the neighbor's ring cam.
I don't think they had proper security at the time, which is part of it.
Ooh.
Or she was able to watch them in her house. I don't know. I don't know the details, but anyway.
Anywho, we gon' wish her and Romaine the best in all of this, and to hell with whoever robbed her.
Right.
I'm just laughing because it's like, oh Lord, no, just I don't know, child. Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Big ups to them, and that was it for the episode. Did you have anything else?
Nope, that's it. That's it.
Yay! Y'all, we gonna finish this out tomorrow. In case you didn't know, see the episode 10 and the reunion. We will talk about that tomorrow. A couple at a time, maybe 8 o'clock. We'll confirm it and make sure you hit the notification subscription button. Make sure it's black and it has those little parentheses around it. Let you know that when the notification comes through, you'll get it. And also like the video, y'all. Don't forget to hype the video. It's somewhere around the comment section. So, it'll tell you to hype it. But before we go, let's find out where Erin is when she's not talking ish with me.
I think we talked about if we're gonna do a double header tomorrow, 7:30 and 9, right?
I think that's a great time.
Right. Anyway, just so if the double header, check us out. You can catch me on Facebook at Psychic Erin Boyd, or on Instagram and Threads, psychic_ELB. Hit me up in the DMs if you'd like to get a reading.
Yes, y'all. We'll see y'all back tomorrow at 7:30 sharp. All right. See y'all later. Bye. Ray, ray,